is the Good Life Show with Karen, your black coffee. I'm sure y'all gonna have a great time. I'm sure about that. Come on, y'all.
Hey, how are you today? Top of the day to you. And welcome to The Good Life with Karen. My name is Karen, and I'm so glad that you are here checking out this video today and my channel altogether. Je vous remercie très bien. Gracias. Thank you very much. Today's video is for everybody, basically, for kids, teenagers, adults, parents, and guardians. But it's directed towards parents and guardians more especially, and those aspiring to be either a parent or a guardian. And I'm going to begin today's video by asking 3 basic questions, and I want you to answer them as sincerely as you can. Question number 1. Do you fear that you are silently raising monsters for children? Do you fear about what your kids will become in future? Have you totally concluded that you have woefully failed as a parent? At the end of this video, I promise you, you're going to be on a new journey towards effectively parenting your child. Parenting skills differ because of our differences. And by differences, I mean our differences in our culture, our traditions, our norms, our religion. And so everyone is tilted towards, transferring to their kids what their parents actually transferred to them. It is only normal. But one thing I know for sure is that every single parent wants to raise kids that are independent and responsible. That is universal. If this is your first time on my channel, please go down to the subscribe button below. It's written in red. Just go and tap on it and tap on the bell icon so that you can get a notification whenever I post a new video. And if this video resonates with you, feel free to share and comment in the comment section below. There are 5 basic rules I'm going to be reading out to you today that will guide you towards how to effectively parent your child. Number 1, teach these kids about goodness. Teach them habits that promote positive character. They're so numerous. Teach them about empathy. Teach them about kindness. Teach them about respect. Teach them about generosity, how to put others before self. Teach them something as simple as gratitude, being grateful for the little things that they have, explaining to them that other persons might not have it rosy. Believe me, rearing an entitled child is a parent's nightmare. So teach them to count their blessings day by day. Rule number 2, discipline them when necessary. Bad behavior comes with its consequences, and when you notice that a child is tilting more towards evil, bad, they're lying, they're stealing, they're cheating, you have to nip it in the bud before it gets out of control. You have to handle it authoritatively, but at the same time with love. Kids that are not disciplined turn out to be a bad influence to the society and to everyone around them. Kids that are not disciplined silently are unhappy. This has been proven recently that kids that are bad behaved know that they are bad behaved and feel a deep level of sadness. So the thing is, charity begins at home. Begin with those kids when you notice those horrible behaviors and try to correct it. Rule number 3, you have to give them age-appropriate responsibility. Charity sure does begin at home. Give them simple chores like doing their dishes, cleaning up after themselves, sorting out their toys, making their beds. This is a good place to start. And you have to supervise them because you don't expect them to do these things automatically or thoroughly 100% at the first time. I remember when I was teaching my little niece how to make her bed. Believe me, it was horrible, but I had to sit there and show her how to go about it. It wasn't perfect the first time, but consistency. She knew that it was a responsibility and she kept doing it. And now you could go sleep with your eyes closed and be sure that she's going to make her bed. Don't be scared that when you give them responsibilities, they cannot follow through. Let the kids know that you believe in them. But of course, you have to supervise them at the same time. When they are able to carry out a chore from start to finish, they will be so proud of themselves. When they continue, it becomes a habit, something that has come to stay, and they will do it effortlessly. Rule number 4, you've got to teach these kids good manners. Things as simple as saying, please, excuse me, thank you, and I am sorry. Not just sorry, saying I am sorry and meaning every atom of the word, I am sorry. Let them talk to their elders with some sort of respect. Mr., Miss, good morning, Miss Julie. Good morning, Mr. Ferdinand. And the list goes on and on and on. But this is quite tricky because you cannot teach these kids good manners if you don't model good manners yourself, because you are their mirror. Kids are inclined towards doing more of what they see you do as opposed to what they hear you say. Teach them all the goodness that you have inside of you, all your good manners. Let them know that when they see people on the streets, instead of just walking past them, they can say, hello, good morning. How are you today, sir? How are you today, ma'am? Good morning, grandma. Teach them. I would say again, charity begins at home. I know most of us may not have had a decent upbringing. Our parents were never there in our lives, or, whoever, our guardians, they didn't show us the right way to go. But hey, snap out of it and suck it in. That is not an excuse. You had to be there for your kids. You brought them into this world. You had to give them all the love and all the care that they sure do desire. Teach them to be happy and not sore losers at games. Some kids lose at simple games like rock, paper, scissors, shoes. And when they lose, they throw tantrums here and there. Teach them that that is an unacceptable behavior. And the final rule number 5, you've got to teach these kids that they should know their boundaries. In other words, go ahead and set boundaries for these kids. Let them understand that if they don't have boundaries, or you should understand that if kids don't have boundaries, they're going to just disregard their responsibilities. Because you're not telling them, hey, this is where you have to stop. Hey, this is where you have to draw the curtains. When elders are talking, do not interrupt. Things as little as that. I'll give you a quick example. A friend of mine has a child who is 10 years old. And before this little boy gets to watch TV, he goes to his mom and says, hey, Mom, is it okay for me to watch TV? The remote is right there. He can see the remote. But he always asks his mom before he gets to watch TV. Do you think that is a good way of curbing excesses and setting boundaries? Is the mom doing the right thing in your opinion? You could go down to the comment section below and tell me what you think. And what are other ways that we can actually set boundaries for these kids? You've got to know that these kids have to be attended to all the time. Too much unsupervised freedom should not be allowed these kids. If you're still there watching this video, these are the 5 basic rules that I think that you should abide by and, be consistent at it, be intentional about it, and you will see the differences in no time. And finally, many of us may not have had a decent upbringing, like I said before, but that is not an excuse. Your child is your responsibility. Do not at any time idolize a busy schedule at the detriment of your kids. Too much freedom equals disregard of responsibility. If you notice your kids have challenges, you've got to be there with them, or you've got to be there for them, hear them out, talk to them, pray, and just be present in their lives. That makes a very, very great deal of a difference. The kids will remember more of the quality time that you spend with them, as opposed to all the toys and gifts that you buy them. Do something positive in the lives of other kids as well. And before I say bye-bye in this video, I'm going to tell you about an African proverb. It says that a child who is not embraced by the village will one day burn it down just to feel its warmth. Remember that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you again on another episode of The Good Life with Karen. Take care of you and everything that is yours. Gather beautiful moments and touch lives. Bye.